I created this game, Rizzmulator, within 3 days. What's up? What's good? What's happening? My name is Arn, and I'm an indie game developer. So Rizz, which is short for charisma, is an essential skill in life. Those that have it seem to have an easier, more enjoyable life. You're well liked by others, and it makes it easier for you to make connection. You have the ability to charm people into acquiring opportunities like jobs or romantic relationship. You can even obtain the highest forms of authorities known to man. There's different types of charisma. You can have the social butterfly charisma, where everyone is just your friend. You can have a stoic charm where people just respects you and listens to you because you have gravitas. Or you can have the quiet, cool vibe, sitting in the corner, brooding mysteriously. And the thing about charisma is that you either have it or you don't. But what if you can acquire it through practice? And that's why I created Rizzmulator. Okay, let me be honest here. This is mostly just a meme game I created for fun within a short time. I am by no means a Rizz master, a Rizzler, or Rizzfoo. Don't take any serious advice about Rizz from this game. So what is Rizzmulator? Well, before I explain, and you don't want to hear why I created Rizzmulator, you can skip this part. Because I feel like I need to explain why I created it in order to explain what is Rizzmulator. You know, because context matters. So I opened Steam and this game, Love Choice, was recommended to me. And I saw that it was selling for $1.99 and it got me curious. After opening the Steam page, I saw that it had thousands of positive reviews and went into Steam Spy and saw that it sold more than 1 million copies. Anyways, it motivated me to take a break from my own game and create a dating sim game. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I've always wanted to create a dating sim game. I've actually never played a dating sim. I played like 20 minutes of Doki Doki, but I am all about profit because I'm poor. And if Love Choice was able to sell 1 million copies, then why shouldn't I try? Now it just seems like I'm money hungry. Rizzmulator is a dating simulator. Because let's be honest, we all just want Rizz to get, at least for me, all the So yeah, I'm mainly focusing on the romance part of Rizz. The only problem is that I don't have any Rizz, and to create a simulator that is based on charisma that's titled Rizzmulator, I need to have at least an idea of what Rizz is. And this is probably a terrible idea, but let's consult the internet on how to get Rizz.
So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to give you 3 specific inner game techniques that are absolutely critical.
Knows eye contact is important to attract someone. The problem is, most think you just have to hold eye contact.
Because everything is very, very important when you're approaching a woman. I'm talking about everything. When you're walking to her, those first few steps when you're walking towards her, understand that those better be some confident steps.
You should have the attitude that she would be lucky to have you.
That was a lot to learn, but I think I've got the basic theories down. And because I've got the basics down, I think it's time we get started with the game. Okay, so because I'm not an artist, I need to scour the Unity Asset Store or itch.io for some usable assets. It's Unity Asset Store. Let's go there. It's anime. For 39 bucks. 39 bucks? Hell no. Itch.io. I need good ones. Okay, here we found some. I like this one. We'll download this. Yo, what is this though? Yo, your maid fantasies are fulfilled. Somehow I feel like I'm making something dirty, but I swear to God, I'm not. He's acceptable. I think that's it. I think we got all the things that we need. Now that we have the assets we need, we can start with the more technical stuff. New project. I'm gonna call this project Dating Simulator Project. Create project is gonna be 2D built-in render pipeline. That's what we're gonna pick, and that's it. Alright, first of all, I'm gonna place the windows to how I like them. Project, put the console over here, put the hierarchy over here, and then the game initiator. Let's import what we downloaded into the game. Let's call this visuals. And then underneath visuals, we will call characters. This is how I like to organize my files. And then we just import the mail as well. We create a canvas, and then we just edit the settings in the canvas. We pick scale with screen size. We change this to 1920 by 1080. We can now start putting visual objects in our game. Okay, so we have some of the visual objects set up. Now it's time for the next step. So we're making a dating simulator, and dating simulators are known for their dialogue mechanics. So we're gonna implement that mechanic first before everything else, since other mechanics will have to be built around it. Luckily, I already have a pretty extensive library from my previous games, which means I've already written the code for a conversation or dialogue mechanic. It's not exactly as fleshed out as we need it to be, but all we have to do is edit the code a little bit instead of starting from scratch. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now that we refactored our code, we can test it out, see if it works. Now that that's finished, and before we do anything else mechanically, and before I forget, we need a story. And to be honest with you, because we're limited by the assets available to us, the setting of our story has kind of been already decided for us. I mean, no one wears school gym clothes this skimpy to the office. Unless of course you're a fitness instructor or a wannabe fitness influencer. So, high school, huh? It is kind of perfect for a dating simulator. I mean, do you not remember high school? All of the unrequited love, puppy love, all the crushes you never talked to because you were too scared? Because you didn't have Rizz? Wait, hold on, I think I'm projecting too much here. So, the story. It's really just a basic one. It's gonna be about a high school boy and his longtime high school crush that he's never spoken to, other than polite hellos. I'm really projecting here, huh? But anyway, it's his senior year and this is the last opportunity he has to get to know her. So he spent all summer working on his Rizz, honing his Rizz, hoping that he can charm her into becoming his girlfriend. Wait, am I still alone here, projecting by myself? Now that we have a story, we can continue on with mechanics. So what I'm gonna do is expand the conversation mechanic. Nothing really complicated, just more tedious than anything. I'll explain why later. Anyways, I want to make it feel like the choices really matter. So I expanded all the possible outcomes for most of the dialogue choices. I'm doing this because in some games, when I'm presented with multiple choices, I'm so frustratingly disappointed when they're all the same outcome. I mean, why even give me the choice? So yeah, I expanded that and now the game has a lot more replayability. Remember the types of Rizz I mentioned earlier? I implemented that too. Not only is the player presented with multiple dialogue choices, but how the player approach each dialogue is different too. How I want to implement this mechanic is to give the player 3 types of approaches. A bold approach, a normal approach, and a shy approach. Of course, I won't label the choices so obviously. The player can play that guessing game themselves based on the dialogue choices presented to them, which will add player engagement. I mean enjoyment. Sound like a corrupt social media corporate.
Keep them hooked to their phones.
Anyway, each type of approach can have up to 4 conversation choices. I just want to emphasize on can. I'm really giving you a lot of material to practice your Rizz here. There's really nothing to show here because like I said, it wasn't complicated or anything new. I just had to tediously do the same thing over and over again, implementing, creating conversation objects and also making sure that choices that are meant to have different outcomes didn't overlap with each other. Now the final thing that I want to implement are a simp meter and a Rizz meter. The simp and Rizz meter will grade your Rizzability for each choices that you make. So the simp and Rizz meter will either go up or down. If the simp meter fills up to a certain threshold, then you fail the game. If the Rizz meter falls to 0, then you fail the game. It'll force the player to keep making the Rizz decisions, whether it's bold Rizz, normal Rizz, or shy Rizz. This is the Rizz meter. We just set up the visual images that we needed, the text and the background image, and then this is what it looks like when it fills up, and this is what it looks like in game. Bada bing, bada boom. And then for the simp meter, we just place it underneath it. This is what it looks like when it fills up. And now we just write the code for the simp meter and the Rizz meter. So just do add component, new script, name it Rizzmulator. So we have the class Rizzmulator. So now we just have to write the logic for it. First thing we need are the variables, the game objects. We'll set them to serialized fields so they're accessible in Unity Editor. Now that we have our objects and our variables, we just need to write the functions. And finally, to complete the game, we'll add obnoxious comical sound effects and text every time you make a Rizz or simp choice. With all the mechanic I want to implement are done, and after doing as much polish as I can within the time frame I gave myself, I think we're done. Well, we all know no game is actually finished. But for now, let's just say that it is. I think it's time to try it out. Well, that's it for this video, and if you're interested in playing the game, I'll be releasing it on Steam and itch.io for free if I get 1,000 likes on this video. So please like my video, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content, and comment down below if you have any opinions. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Sorry that it was delayed because I wrote the script and I didn't like the script, so I had to rewrite it and then reshoot the video. But anyways, thank you for watching and have a great day.